Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you, John.
You can hear me? All right. Phil, I guess, 3 big lineup changes, 20 shots. You guys created a lot of offense, did a lot of things well, but at the end, it's the same result. What do you, I don't know, what did you tell the team? What do you say when you're doing everything better but still can't find the back of the net?
Yeah, I think frustration and anger is one that springs to mind. I was angry with them, and I was not angry with their effort. They did everything that I asked, apart from one thing: put the ball in the back of the net, and have that ruthlessness. It will turn. They've got to keep believing it will turn. We're playing some good football. Apart from the Dallas game, we're playing some really good football. We're playing with a good style, and we're creating chances. And I've got to say, none of our forwards can come to my office and say we're not creating chances after tonight. We created chances, and we've got to score them goals. And if we score them goals, we win the game comfortably. We deserve to win the game. I think that's pretty fair. Houston, a really good team, but I felt as if we were the team that deserved to win the game based off the chances that we created and the lack of chances that they created. They scored off a chance that the 70th minute, but apart from that, I felt as if we created chances, good chances where where we can't make excuses. We've got to stick them in the back of the net, and we've had that for 3 or 4 times this season as well. So we've just got to keep going. We've got to keep believing in everything that we're doing. We've got to keep believing that the tide will turn, and those chances that are going on the post, those chances that are ricocheting out, will eventually go in if we keep believing.
Next, we'll go to Maniso and then Rodriguez.
Thanks, Michael. Phil, new faces in the lineup, an improved performance. There's some real positive takeaway from the game, but at the end, like Michelle said, you guys tied the franchise record for consecutive losses. Fans are obviously frustrated. So what's your message just overall to the fans who are looking more and more at you, for answers as to what's going on with the team, and then, want to see this turnaround ASAP?
Yeah, we're going to turn it around ASAP, and they're right to look at me. But what I would say is keep believing in the players. We've got a great set of players. We've got some good quality players. It will turn. The tide will turn. We have been down this route before, and it's got to turn quick. We can't afford many defeats. Now we've got to turn some of these defeats into wins. We've got to keep climbing the table. We have the best fans, in my opinion. They support us through thick and thin, and we need them more than anything now to get behind the players, to get behind the team, to have faith, to have belief, and to keep supporting us. Because I think if you watch that game today, I think you saw a team that deserved to win that game. And you can write what you want, you can believe what you want, but that's the fact. The team out there that deserved to win the game, that played well, that had a couple of new players in that had only trained a couple of days, that played well, and I take all the criticism, I take all the responsibility. That falls on my shoulders. That's why I'm the manager. But we've just got to keep believing.
Next, we'll go to Jose.
Thanks, Michael. Phil, in the second half, once you go down by a goal, you obviously make the decision to bring another striker in. Why didn't you decide to make the first move and go for the second striker before you were down? What was working for you tactically that you made the decision just to keep things the way they were going?
Because we're still creating chances.
Next question, we'll go back to Michelle.
Hey,
Yes, if not, we can go to Pablo Lara.
I don't know who they said.
Phil, thanks for joining us after obviously a tough result. I wanted to ask you, obviously, it's been 6 defeats in a row, and professional sports is a results-oriented business. Obviously, they're not there. I wonder if you feel that your seat is possibly getting a little hot, or if you feel that you still have the total support of ownership and the franchise. Thanks.
Well, I mean, you're right. We need to start winning. Can't hide behind the fact that the six game losses is good enough. It's not. It's nowhere near good enough for what we want at this football club. I take full responsibility for that and the consequences that come that way. But I believe 100% that we can start winning. We can start getting wins on the table. We can start climbing the table. I've got belief in the players we've got. I see it every day in training, and more importantly, I saw it tonight more than ever. If you look back at the games, we We didn't deserve to lose in Cincinnati, in New York City. We didn't deserve to lose tonight. We deserve to win the game tonight. So we've got to keep believing in what we're doing. You know, in terms of the support, I've always had support at this football club, and I've been in football long enough to realise that with this types of run comes pressure and expectation and demands, and I'm big enough to take that, to handle that, and to keep taking this club forward.
Last two questions, we'll go to Xavier and then finish the show.
Coach, what did you tell the players in the locker room after the 6th straight defeat?
But I told them that they've got to keep believing that the 20 shots on goal will eventually turn to goals if they keep believing and keep playing to that level, and they keep getting into positions to create, keep playing with that level of concentration and effort. Then it will turn. I've been in football long enough to say that it will turn if you keep believing. If you give up, if you stop believing, if you get disappointed, if you play the hard luck story, then you're going to suffer. We've got a game coming up in 72 hours, which is a massive game for the club in the US Open Cup that we want to win. So we've just got to go home tonight. We've got to recover. They've got to be relentless in everything that they do. We're not in a situation where we can relax at this moment in time and rotate. We've got to play our strongest team in every single game, and we've got to get results quick.
Last question, Michelle.
Okay. Phil, I want to ask you about the decision to bench Joseph. Just, you know, what conversations you had with him to make that decision. Do you think the offense worked better without him? And also if you could evaluate the play of the two new players of Dixon and Kamal, even though they didn't have that much time, how do you think they played?
You know, I thought the two new guys played really well. Dixon hasn't played for a month, so he's tired. Kamal's he went 4 or 5 days without training because of the visa issues, so he cramped a little bit at the end, but I thought they brought real quality to the team. I have a great relationship with Joseph. We've been speaking over the last 2 weeks about just having a little bit of a breather, taking him out the firing line, recovering that confidence and belief. We've trained him really hard. He's been doing extra every single day. He understands what we're doing. He knew it was not a game today where we could play 2 strikers. We wanted to play with just 1 striker and 1 10. So he gets it. He understands. He's been in football long enough. He knows what he has to do, and he knows that he has to deliver like everybody else in the team.